Hey guys, this is Nathan, and welcome back to Forever Stranded. Hope you guys are having a good day today. I am having a wonderful day. So I've been getting the spawners set up here for the Enderman, and I've been trying to get this one set up to be a bit more automated than the one that we had for the Blaze. And of course, the biggest issue with that was the fact that for some reason the Blaze won't shut down. I don't know what's going on with that for sure. But because of the height of this room, we have to come down a bit lower in this spawner in order to make room for the Enderman. And actually, I think we may want to pull that. Let's do that real quick. We are going to pull our soul cage down one block down from the ceiling here, and that may help things out a little. Enderman can still make it underneath this. We've got our mob masher set up, we've got our fans set up with the appropriate number of upgrades, and then I have redstone conduit running up across the ceiling so that we can energize the soul cage and we can turn the fans on all in the same bit. But I believe that's backwards for the soul cage. So we are going to have to reverse the redstone polarity for the soul cage. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to go about doing that. But the other thing that I want to do is make sure that when we turn the spawner back off, that this area inside of here lights up, because otherwise it's going to fill with mobs, because the mob masher will turn off and the fans will turn off, and so this will just fill up with mobs. So I want to put some redstone lamps in there. Now I was looking through some of the lamp information in JEI, and I saw a little bit of something that should help us out. So if we come in here and make a lamp, we have our regular redstone lamps, but we have basically inverted redstone lamps from Quark. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. So I think what we're going to do, let's make four of these should be enough for now. We'll go ahead and make 4 of these, and that will at least allow us to see that this is going to work properly. And I'm really hoping that it does, so let's get these down in here. I've got my access into this on the far back side. So what I need to do is dig under the floor. Where am I going to put these lamps? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in these 4 spots here. So these should be on by default right now. And so we can remove our torches at this point, I believe. We should be able to remove all of our torches. We shouldn't have any problems with mob spawning. So now let's go ahead and dig underneath here. And we are going to have to go down a bit. And you know what? Let's go ahead and move over here. Shovel. I know we don't need the shovel for this, but okay, so right here is where that redstone line is coming in. Yes, okay. So let's go ahead and bring this underneath here. And this should be able to turn these guys off when we turn on the fans and the spawner itself. Ooh. So the redstone conduit does not connect there. Can I hit the top of that? Please? This is a... You know what? Let's just break them both. There we go. Okay, so now if we hit the top edge of this, that will put that up there. And then we can put in our conduits here. And then we will have to do this again on this corner. Hit the top edge to connect up. Then we'll do the same thing over here. Okay. There we go. Connect. Now. Connect that. And then we should be able to just run these back over here. That'll connect there, that'll connect there. Fill everything in. And there we go. Okay, so now this should work. So if I come out here and hit this lever. Oh no. The lights don't turn off. So is this an always on lamp? Well, that kind of stinks actually. So I already need an inverted signal for that. So what I may have to do is make some regular lamps, go under the floor here and invert the signal, and then come back out in a different color channel, because we are currently running on the red channel for all of these, and I suppose that might be the best option as far as this is concerned. So yeah, I was kind of hoping that would work. I mean, I do wish that we had redstone lamps that could be on all the time by default. That would be great. I would really like that. And it looks like we have some other colors of lamps too. Interesting. But yeah, I think we'll just make some regular redstone lamps. I will get that inverted underground, and that means that we will need some torches. But yeah, I'll get that inverted underground, run it back into the appropriate places, get some covers for the conduits, and hopefully we'll be ready to go. Alright, I do believe we are ready to try this thing out. So let's come in here. We will put our shard in there. We will go ahead and throw some dark glass on there and cover that up. And now with a single lever flip, everything should turn off. Endermen are immediately spawning. They're being pulled over and killed on there. Now, there is another thing that we definitely need to deal with here, because Enderman will teleport here. So that is going to be the next thing that we need to work on. What we need is an obelisk. We need the inhibitor obelisk. So this is going to require an ender crystal, which needs a soul binder. Oh, good lord. Okay, the soul binder, not terribly difficult, but we need to get a couple of things put together so that we don't have Endermen teleporting all over our base. So, let's see here. Soul binder. Let's go ahead and grab that. We should have everything. Yep. So we have our soul binder. Now, I did put the painter down here. This actually does not work because there is no power being generated down here at the moment. We need to get a main power line somewhere. So we still have to come up here to the top in order to hook all of this stuff up to the various parts of our infrastructure. So now the next thing that we need for this guy is we need a vibrant crystal and a soul vial. So we need to get a soul vial with an Enderman in it. Thankfully, we have some Endermen down there that we could capture, and we are going to need a few of those later on. So what I'll do, I will get a bunch of this stuff put together, and I will see what we can do. Oh, we only have villagers at the moment. Well, see you guys in a bit, one way or the other. So we now have our inhibitor obelisk up on the second floor of the power plant. But there is something else that I want to try here. So inside of the mob grinding utilities, there are some upgrades for the mob basher itself. And the one that I want to see is looting. So this looting upgrade, I do happen to know that it takes some gold nuggets. But this looting upgrade, it says that you can have up to 10 of them. And all that it takes is a little bit of lapis and some gold ingots and redstone, or nuggets, and redstone. So, oh really? We are out of redstone? No, we just don't have any unpacked. Let's go ahead and unpack a few stacks of that. Been using a lot of it here lately. There we go. So there is 10 of these upgrades. Let's just see if this is capable of giving us a decent amount of drops here. So we're going to break out that block. That gives us access to the mob masher. We're going to go ahead and turn this on. Whoop. I hit that. Great. Okay, let's get this. There we go. Okay, so we'll just kind of keep an eye here on how fast we're getting pearls. Decently fast. We're not getting much of anything else. But so after about, I don't know, 10-15 seconds, we've gotten 2 stacks of pearls. So now let's go ahead and see. Ooh. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a huge increase in the number of pearls that we are getting now. Oh my god. This is insane. Look at how fast we're getting the ender pearls now. Oh my god. I wonder what that would do for the blaze rods. That is absolutely insane how much stuff we're getting there. So. Wow. And, okay, that was just a glitch. I was hoping that we weren't out of space in our refined storage system, but this will run it out of space in no time at all. So now we can go ahead and turn this back on. We actually have some Enderman heads floating around in here. And it sure looks like that is off. We only have 3 guys in here right now, I think. Maybe only 2. But I want to make sure that that is actually turning off, because it seemed like the area filled up before after I turned it off. So I'm going to kind of keep an eye on this and make sure that everything is working right. But my gosh, the number of ender pearls that we just got from that is insane. So I guess I will sit here for a bit and I will be back. Well, the good news is it would appear that these guys do not spawn when this thing is turned off, and they also don't teleport out. So that is perfect. But what I do have, I will show you guys this. So, yeah, that works great. I went ahead and ground up a huge amount of blaze rods into blaze powder and turned every bit of the ender pearls that I had into Eyes of Ender. We have over 4,000 Eyes of Ender now. That is obscene how many we have. What we're going to have to start doing is getting either cache storage or deep storage. Question, do we have deep storage? No. So we would have to use cache storage to be able to do this. And I am really curious because it's 180,000 on the reinforce. So let's look at thermal foundation and the upgrades. So we are on the reinforced upgrade. We have 2 more, Signalum and the resonant. So the Signalum, in all actuality, ooh, snowballs. Okay, so in order to get snow and blizz powder, okay, so we would have to put destabilized redstone onto snowballs. So yeah, we need snowballs in order to be able to do all of that. And so then the question becomes, I know that we can make them through the ice cubes from Tough as Nails, but is there any other way? Obviously a snow golem, which potentially there is an idea. Let's see if a snow golem will survive in the deep dark. So if we go ice, so ice cubes, we have 2 stacks of ice cubes. So we need 8 snowballs to make 2 snowball. Oh, pumpkins. We have not raised any pumpkins yet. Well, I guess there's no time like the present. Let's go ahead and grab our watering can. And we will also need a hoe. So let's go get, well, you know what? We'll do it right here. Okay, so if we grab our watering can now, we should be able to get this thing to grow reasonably quickly. Let's grab some fertilizer. We got tons of fertilizer. So we'll get this thing to grow up to full size first. And now this should make it throw out a pumpkin fairly quickly, I hope. Oh, we can right click on pumpkins. Interesting. I was not expecting that. Well, we'll grab 2 of these. And then we'll leave this guy to do his stuff. Can we get another one, please? No? Well, we have one. And this is actually just a pumpkin. I did not think that we had that yet at this time. But so now, that is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to place that on the ground. So we need a pair of shears. Let's go ahead and... excuse me? Well, let's go ahead and try this then. I am very much confused. And then also I need to move my mine anyway. But let's go ahead. No! I do not want the pumpkin on my head. So we will throw those down here. That is really getting annoying. Look what I see. Oh my god. Yeah, I would say we don't need to worry about snow anymore. Wow. Okay. Yep. So I think what I'm going to have to do is set up a snowman farm here. I don't know if there is any way that we could automate that. Wow, that broke my shovel pretty quick. And also our inventory is completely full. So, very nice. Alright, well, that answered that question. So snowmen will survive in the deep dark. I haven't actually looked. Do we have any planes? This is how we will go about getting the... Yes, so if we look here at, I think it's extra utilities. Extra utilities. So in order to make the quantum quarry core, we need this magical snow globe. And this needs us to, an entire world. There's something with this. The snow globe has gathered information from a world and is now active. Craft a regular magic snow globe and take it on a tour to special biomes to activate it. I don't know for sure what that necessarily means. Let's go ahead and turn off the F3 screen. But so, where is the snow globe? Where is the snow globe? There it is. So it doesn't say, oh, here we go. Okay, so we need, and that to 7 of any. Alright, so we don't have to go to the end to get it. But that is exactly what we need. You can either hold the globe in your inventory or throw it on the ground. I don't know if it needs to absorb certain information about the location. But so this is definitely a plains biome. So I don't know if the biome will change. I have not been paying attention to that. So let's head down into the lower area and just see if there is any other biomes that we can get here. Still says plains. there's some dark places over here. Well, that's no good. A lot of plains. And maybe it's nothing but plains here. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything outside of plains on this entire area. That would be a very large plains biome. Well, I will try to figure something out on that. See if there's anything other than plains around here, because that would be good if we could activate that thing to make the actual quarry. So, I guess I will see you guys in a bit. So, strangely enough, we need blaze again. I didn't think that we were going to be needing that, but we have used so much blaze to turn into blaze powder that we don't have the ability to have any blaze anymore. So what we're going to do, we're going to come in here and we're going to put these guys back down. But we need to go and put some fortune upgrades into our mob masher that we have on this thing. So let's go ahead and see. Actually, we need to go right behind here. So if we throw those in there, this should just start going absolutely ballistic. So we need this one here, that one there. And I don't think, yeah, this is not even going to be able to remotely close to keep up. And that's with 2 of these pulling items out. So I think what we'll do with that, we'll just turn this off for a moment. And what we'll have to do, we'll have to get some upgrades for that. Now we do have a whole bunch of the upgrades over here that we had for the cobblestone generation early on in the series. And we haven't really done anything with this for quite some time. So I feel like this is a safe place to pull these speed upgrades out of. And hopefully this will be enough to push this into keeping up. That's the hope anyway. So we'll see how many, first off, how many blaze. Good lord. Lots of blaze. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put all of those upgrades in there. Turn this thing back on. Whoops. We are picking everything up with our magnet. There we go. That should solve that issue. So we'll take a look here and see. Well, it's sort of keeping up. Yeah, it looks like it is. And just in the time that we went over there, we got a couple of blitz and some creepers. Wow. Or a blitz and a creeper. Maybe just one. But one good thing here, it seems like we're not getting much sulfur with that upgrade. That's actually a good thing. So, yeah, the amount of solidified experience is through the roof. That is insane. Now, I have been just consuming this stuff because I don't want to eat up the space in our storage system. So, yeah, that's working really good though. So, I think that should be enough for a moment. We'll go ahead and turn that off. And the whole reason for doing this was actually a pretty simple one. So what I want is to be able to make some ender chests to be able to import the items not only from these mob spawners, but also from our the quarry, the mine as well. So yeah, I didn't want to unpack a bunch of quadruple compressed blaze rods, but that shows we used up everything except our 4 quadruple compressed blaze, which that's a lot of stuff. I will put it that way. But now we should actually end up with tons and tons of stuff in here. I think we're gonna have to set this guy up just like we have this one set up. The Enderman works really good, but we are going to have a really strong ranged collector set up in order to pull all the items in that we get from these, because the amount of items we get from these Enderman and Blaze is ridiculous. But we do have the stuff that we need now, so I'm going to make up a few things. The first thing would be to go to the Deep Dark and put a chest on there. And then I will take a look at the mob farms themselves. So I have brought the reinforced cache from the Deep Dark back, and I have this guy set to export stone. And I mean, he will export it quickly. Now, unfortunately, that means there is no stone in our system. But that did greatly cut down on the demand for drive use. And basically my thought is we are probably going to have to do this on a few other things. But you can also see we are almost full on these 264K drives. So we are going to have to look at some improvements to our storage system, whether it be consolidating some of the items that are in here. Like, for instance, we have 1400 blaze rods, which could be compressed, or other things in here that could get the same type of treatment. Also, processing ores will reduce their demand, because each one of these, whether it be an ore chunk or an ore block, takes up one spot, but it takes 2 1/4 of these to make one smelted block. So we can more than cut the demand from the ores in half doing that by processing all of those. There are some other things, like if we go to the bottom, we have tons and tons of bows and armor bits and enchanted books and more armor bits, leather armor. Ugh, yucky. Absolutely yucky. But yes, so there's a few things that we can do to kind of clean this up, but I don't know for sure how we're going to tackle that. But I do have, we can see I've got a couple of ender chests in my inventory. So the idea now is for us to come down here and we are going to finally set this up. Now, I do have this thing currently set to blacklist nothing, but I think what we want to do instead is set to whitelist. We want to whitelist ender pearls, ender crystals, enderman heads, and solidified experience, because I believe that is everything that we get out of this farm. So then we can put our ender chest right here. We can grab an item conduit, and I have a whole bunch of speed upgrades here. So we're going to put in 8 speed upgrades. We are going to set this to extract always active and insert. And then we can come in here and we can fill this all back in here. And then at the top we have these guys, and somehow or other we ended up with an extra sandstone. I suppose it's because that's where the actual the ranged collector, where the actual ranged collector is. But if we go ahead and do this now, we will want to remove our item magnet, because our item magnet would pick everything up, but now we can see this will start doing that. And if we open our ender pouch, there's all of the proceeds from the Enderman farm. And I mean, you can see it is just pouring out items. So that thing works amazing. Now also, I did put the upgrades into this farm, and well, here what we will do is we will kind of walk away here a little bit, because well, right now, well, we should be able to get mobs to spawn in there, and I think I just saw one. Yep, there's another one. So the mobs that spawn in there, those are natural spawns. We are getting skeletons, zombies, husks, spiders, you know, pretty much you name it. But with that ridiculous amount of fortune that it has, I mean, we get so much stuff. So there were just a couple of mobs that spawned there, but look at this. I mean, we got 2 creeper heads, a skeleton head, a helmet, a bow, 20 niter, 16 bones, 45 solidified experience, 23 arrows, 31 cobwebs, 8 string, and 17 spider eyes. Just from that little tiny bit. So yes, it's absolutely insane. But the nice part is now, with this, we can take and throw items out here, and because this other ranged well, that went into this one, but because that other ranged collector is whitelisted, we don't have to worry about it picking up various items. Now, with this one being able to spawn basically any mob, I don't know for sure how we would go about whitelisting this. We can only whitelist up to 12 items, and we have, I mean, we could say don't pick up any of the armor or bows, because without the armor and the bow, that is still 9 items, and there's no rotten flesh or zombie heads or anything like that to go along with this. So, I don't know for sure what we're going to do with this one. Maybe we just leave it for now, and any items that... I don't want to just leave this the way that it is. So, we're going to go ahead and pick this up, and I think what we're going to do is not put a skeleton skull on our heads. But I think we will actually put this gold one on, just because. But what we're going to do... Wow. That is not what I wanted to do either. We're going to place our extra ender chest right here. Set this to insert. This guy here is going to get 4 speed upgrades. And then we should be able to throw all of these items in there very rapidly. They are pulled out and thrown through the ender system into the refined storage system. So yeah, this is pretty impressive though. I mean, the speed at which we are getting ender pearls here with that, I would imagine it's Fortune 10. But the speed at which we're getting those, and then all of the other bits too, you know, the solidified experience is absolutely huge, how much of that we are getting. But yeah, we turn this on for just a moment and it just goes ballistic. So what I feel like I want to do in the long run is set up one of these spawners for basically every mob. And so when we turn them off, the lights will come on, and that will stop natural mob spawns as well. So I suppose I might work on getting a few more crystals set up as time goes on. But I'm going to have to do that another day because we are out of time for this one. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what we've been working on or anything that you want to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments. And I will see you next time. Bye.